Stop! Before you sign that deal on a 2025 Corolla Cross, there's something you need to know about the 2026 model that could save you from some serious regret. The changes coming are bigger than you might think, and today, we're breaking it all down. The 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross is on its way, and the big question everyone's asking is simple. Should you wait for it, or just grab the current model right now? Here's the deal. This isn't just about a new model year. Toyota is making changes that will actually matter to your wallet and your daily drive. So, we're going to dive into everything new with the 2026 Corolla Cross, what's staying the same, and most importantly, whether waiting is worth it. Let's get into it. Right now, you're probably in one of two camps. Either you're shopping for a compact SUV and the Corolla Cross is on your list, or you already own one and you're wondering if upgrading makes sense. Either way, you're stuck in this weird spot where the 2026 model is just around the corner, but finding solid information is almost impossible. You go to the dealerships, and it's a mixed message. Some salespeople will tell you to wait, promising the new model will be incredible. Others will push you to buy now, acting like nothing important is changing. The truth is, they're both just trying to move inventory or line you up for a future sale. Nobody's giving you the straight facts. Then you look online, and it's even more frustrating. You find a million clickbait articles with titles like 2026 Corolla Cross, everything you need to know. But when you click, it's just recycled info about the current model with zero real details. Or worse, it's pure speculation passed off as fact. This matters because the Corolla Cross is a serious investment. We're talking about a vehicle that starts around $28,000 and can easily push past $35,000 with options. Making the wrong decision here could mean you miss out on features you really want, end up paying more than you should, or wait for months only to find out the changes were minor. So, you need real information. You need to know what Toyota is actually doing with the 2026 model, how it compares to what's available now, and you need someone to just tell you straight up whether waiting makes sense for your specific situation. Let's start with what we know for sure about the 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross. First up, the platform. The 2026 model is staying on the same TNGAC platform that the current Corolla Cross uses. This is Toyota's compact car platform, and it's actually pretty solid. It's the same foundation that underpins the regular Corolla sedan and hatchback. So, if you were hoping for a complete redesign from the ground up, that's not happening. But honestly, that's not bad news. This platform is proven, it's reliable, and it handles well for what it is. Toyota isn't a company that redesigns things just for the sake of it. Now, let's talk powertrain. This is where things get interesting. The base engine for 2026 is going to be the same 2-liter 4-cylinder that's in the current model. It puts out about a 169 horsepower and 151 pound-feet of torque, paired with a CVT transmission. Nothing groundbreaking, but it's efficient and reliable. You're looking at around 32 miles per gallon combined, which is solid for a compact SUV. But here's the real news. The hybrid model is getting some significant tweaks. The current Corolla Cross Hybrid uses a 1.8-liter engine combined with electric motors for 194 horsepower. For 2026, Toyota is upgrading this to a 2.0-liter hybrid system. This is the same setup you'll find in the new Corolla Sedan Hybrid and the Prius. What does this mean for you? Well, first off, more power. You're looking at around 196 horsepower, which isn't a massive jump, but it's noticeable. More importantly, the fuel economy gets a nice bump. The current hybrid gets about 37 miles per gallon combined. The 2026 model should push that to around 40, maybe even 42 miles per gallon combined. That's basically Prius fuel economy in an SUV body. Now let's talk about the exterior changes. This is where Toyota is playing it a bit safe. The 2026 Corolla Cross is getting a light refresh, not a complete redesign. So what does that mean? A new front fascia. They're updating the grille design to match Toyota's newer, more modern styling. It's going to look a bit more aggressive. The headlights are getting a slight redesign, and you'll see new LED daytime running light signatures. Around back, the taillights will have updated graphics, and the rear bumper is getting reshaped slightly. Are these changes dramatic? No. If you park a 2025 and a 2026 side by side, most people won't notice the difference unless they know what to look for. But the 2026 will look fresher, and that matters if you care about having the latest design. It also plays a role in resale value down the road, as a car that looks dated tends to sell for less. The color options are getting shuffled too. Toyota usually drops a couple of colors and adds new ones with a refresh. We're expecting at least 2 new exterior colors for 2026, so if you're particular about that, it could be a factor. Okay, let's move inside the cabin, because this is where some of the more meaningful updates are happening. The current Corolla Cross has an interior that's functional but pretty basic, especially on the lower trims. For 2026, Toyota is standardizing some key features across the lineup. First, the infotainment system. The base model currently has a 7-inch touchscreen. For 2026, that's getting bumped up to an 8-inch screen on all trims. The higher trims are moving from an 8-inch screen to a larger 10.5-inch one. This is a bigger deal than it sounds because the larger screen comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The current model only has wired connectivity, which means you're stuck plugging your phone in every single time. Wireless is just so much more convenient. The gauge cluster is also getting an update. The current model has a small info display between analog gauges. The 2026 model is moving to a larger digital display, at least on the higher trims. It's not a full digital cockpit like in a luxury car, but it's a nice step up. We're also hearing that materials quality is supposedly improving. Think softer touch materials on the dashboard and door panels, at least on the XLE and limited trims. The base L and LE trims will probably still have a lot of hard plastics, but that's pretty standard at this price point. What about practicality? That's staying pretty much the same. The Corolla Cross has always had decent cargo space for its size, about 26 cubic feet behind the rear seats, which expands to 66 cubic feet when they're folded down. Those numbers aren't changing for 2026. The rear seat legroom and headroom are staying the same too. So, if the current model feels a bit cramped for you, the 2026 version won't fix that. Finally, let's cover safety and driver assistance features. This is an area where Toyota has been making huge strides across their entire lineup, and the 2026 Corolla Cross gets to benefit. Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 is going to be standard across all trims. What does that include? A pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, full-speed dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert with steering assist, automatic high beams, road sign assist, and lane tracing assist. That's a comprehensive suite of safety tech that you won't have to pay extra for, which is a massive win for buyers. So there you have it, a full breakdown of what to expect from the 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross. The big takeaways are the upgraded hybrid system with better fuel economy, the modernized interior with bigger screens and wireless connectivity, and the standard Safety Sense 3.0. Is it worth waiting for? We'll tackle that in our next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found this information helpful, do us a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our final verdict on whether you should buy now or wait. We'll see you in the next one.